As we continue through the journeys in the land of Chult as our group makes their way ever southward towards Omu and the Tomb of Annihilation. Before we jump into too far into recapping, and our apologies for the ill DM last week. A couple of quick shout-outs to get through. First, big thanks to Many-Sided Dice, the wonderful Lost Artifacts of Greygas that we talk about here just about every week. Our parties get a lot of items from them. For those who don't remember, that the Fiddle of the Mad God that Melik had so much fun with that may have inadvertently caused the death of Gizzard.
Ruined all of our lives forever? Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I know it well.
Yeah.
Fresh out of that book. So if you're looking for something to mess with your players, or something to give your DM as a gift, if you want to mess with yourselves, definitely check them out. Also, Nightshade Creations, wonderful tabletop accessories for your home games, are one of our newest friends at Dice Bard. Make all manner of different dice and accessories and just fun tabletop stuff. Check them out at dicebard.com. Don't forget, when you're ordering from them, make sure to use your discount code PROBO, PROBO, to get free expedited shipping anywhere. Wherever you're going, they'll get it to you for free. Expedited style with that promo code.
As an additional paid for sponsorship for Dice Bard, those fancy Dragonfire dice that I got from them that I've been showing off on stream, I nearly killed my entire party last Wednesday rolling with them because I kept rolling 20s and critting them in an encounter they were in.
So there you go. Completely free user.
Buy Dice Bard's dice. Kill everyone. Kill your party.
Or if you are the party, just kill your DM. No, serious, you can throw them. They hurt.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Also, now I just completely lost where I was going. Dice Bard. Don't forget our new stream Wednesday nights with DM JJ. They have started their journey into Hell or High Water Deep. As the new party is very interesting. I finally had to go pass out to go to work in the morning about half an hour before the end of their session and had a blast the entire time. So definitely check them out Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. And don't forget, we have Mystic Hour with Christy Mysticwater on Thursday nights at 8:30. And then we're back with Storm King's Thunder this Friday. So definitely have some entertaining stuff coming up. But more importantly, let's head back into 2 weeks ago, as our party had inadvertently run afoul of a spirit entity that Tuala and his tribe were aware of, known as Ulu Thalong. As they managed to flee the scene, setting fire to a small grove, which led to them being able to escape the entity, ran into a young traveler by the name of Monarch. Nope, I'm just combined two names because I don't have my notes in front of me. Because that is a bad DM. I'll grab his name in a moment. Tanoka, I believe it was.
Tanoka!
Yeah.
And as they eventually got led by him into the village of Irvastek and were given some information on how their specific party could potentially resolve the issues with this entity and manage to defeat it. A plan was hatched, the party was rested, and made their way to the nest that this barbarian tribe had located. Upon making their way back to camp, or back to the village after a very successful battle with the creature involving a rather large ape swinging a Earth Genasi around like a weapon. The battle was won, and the party had been escorted back as victors. And we pick up as our party had the entered this small town encampment in a wide open plain, as most of our party had decided to partake in the festivities this evening, but our druid Solana had offered to spend a good 8 hours enriching the land around this village
Yes.
so they would be able to start growing crops, as one of the ways they kept Ulu Thalong at bay was by destroying all the land around it. And with that, we will turn it over to our party. As just a quick heads up for our viewers that Quen will be here this evening, is just running a little behind.
So the names might look a little.
Yeah, so
funky.
going to be a little shifted for a few, but beyond that, I will turn it over to the party. So, Solana, we'll start with you, as you had
Yeah.
made this offer to the tribal elder.
What time would it be?
So this is still probably about midday,
Oh,
because it
okay.
only took you a couple of hours after you woke up to travel from their village to where they found the nest of Uluthalong.
Okay. So if it's like midday, I can definitely maybe do the ritual for 8 hours and then partake in the festivities afterwards. Is that something?
It's completely up to you.
That's what I'm gonna do.
You get the feeling that given this victory, this celebration isn't going to die down anytime soon.
Okay. All right. So I will go somewhere, within the area, and I will start my ritual. And do you want me to pull that up?
Huh?
Do you want me to pull that up, or are you okay?
No, I'm okay. I'm somewhat familiar with that one. I know it's a 8 hour casting for it to basically improve the soil quality
for
and
1
plant
year.
growth and whatnot.
Yeah.
To enrich the land, so it'll get and I believe it's a half-mile radius. So
Okay.
and when you go off and they show you to where they're hoping to set up their fields to start growing crops.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you'll focus your energies there, and that'll give them the most bang for the buck, so to speak.
Sounds good.
So with that, as
Oh, I'm on the screen.
the tribal elder that, as Tuala knows as Manui, Manwe, I don't know how to pronounce that. Manwe, we'll run with that. As the elder Manwe looks the three of you, Devonay, Tuala, and Quen, and again, a deep sort of bow to you, Tuala. Slightly less so to Devonay, being outside the tribal ways. We will begin preparing for the feast. Are you in need of rest, or what? With this victory, what are your plans now?
Well, I pounding headache. A quick hour nap would be great.
Your rooms are still available to you while you are here. You all are welcome back here at any time.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm not there. But I think it's nice.
Yeah, Devonay is gonna go take a nap.
There is a minor. I have the large chitinous plate that we removed from the Uluthalong, and I ask Manwe, do you think that your craftsman, armorsmith, would be able to do something with this?
And she reaches out to take it from you and sort of looks at her. It would be their honor to do so. What are you looking for? Is- she sort of smirks a little. Does not overly look like you have much in the way of armor, and this seems to be a little heavier than what you have on.
Perhaps something more ornamental. The death of the Eluthalong is something that I wish to remember all of my days.
Yes, we have a number of craftsmen that would be honored to work with you on this. As, yeah, and she waves over, and a very young-looking child comes running over, and they have a very quick conversation, and the child looks up at you. Please, if you follow, I take you to the craftsman.
Of course, small one.
So it takes it only a few moments, the two of you moving rather quickly as this child leads you over to the to where the craftsmen are located. And you come up and you see a rather broadly built young woman, half of the head shaved, just in front of an anvil, forge roaring to the side of her, and just seems to be slowly forging what looks to be another of the small two-bladed swords that are common in this region of Talt, the Yikla. When she sees the two of you approaching, she looks up. Yes?
Pardon the interruption, craftsman. I come bearing, and I heft out again this big chunk of plate we brought over. I come bearing a armored plate from the hide of the dread Uluthalong, as you undoubtedly know, slain earlier this day.
As we had heard, what are you seeking to do with this?
Your chief, your elder, speaks most highly of your ability. I was wondering if you would look upon this and tell me if you think it is workable into various items, either ceremonial, cosmetic in nature, or more practical.
Go ahead and do me a favor, roll a D100.
Okay.
She looks over, takes it from you, takes out a couple of her tools, on the very edges of it, lightly tapping with the hammer, scraping a little bit. Oh, it seems it is of decent strength, but not much can be done in the way of weapons, I would assume. It's perhaps a shield or something of that nature, or ceremonial would probably be best. Is there something in particular you have in mind?
A few items, actually. Perhaps in the more ceremonial nature, is along the lines of what I had been thinking. The death of this creature is a great triumph for, of course, the people of the Orvostek, but for all of Cholt, I should like to have something for those who took part in its downfall to show proof of their victory for the rest of their days. And then I would like to quietly describe in as much detail as Tuala's knowledge of such things would allow what exactly I am looking for. And I will send the DM a secret note.
Ooh.
Okay. So as you and the craftswoman are speaking for a little while, and as she's going over with you, the only thing she asks of you as payment is she asks for a small portion of it to work on something of her own designs.
Of course, craftsman. Any material left over is yours to do with as you see fit.
You get a very sort of solemn half bow from this craftswoman as she takes down the information that you're providing and shows you basically a very rough, quick sketch of what the two of you are discussing, and it seems pretty comfortable. She can do what you're looking for, at least to the best of her abilities. So,
Okay.
with that, she
Away from me as I type.
so is Tuala and the craftswoman are taking care of their business. Solana is over taking care of her ritual for the next 8 hours. Devaney is taking a nap. And for simplicity's sake, we will assume Quen is doing the same thing. I'm not sure how roughed up Quen got in the battle. I can't remember. But
Pretty bad, I
when
think.
Quen is not here, it's...
Oh wait, no. He shares damage with Bernice, so I don't think he was that.
it wasn't too bad, but at the same point, the two of them were getting a little roughed up. I think
Yeah.
everyone was.
Yeah.
And just so I don't go, thank you very much for dropping by 20 Sides, and thank you for bringing some people with us. More the merrier. You're always welcome here. So we will fast forward a little bit here for time's sake, as Tuala and the craftswoman have finished their work, finished their conversations. Solana, you managed to finish your ritual. Devaney's... well, actually, Devaney, you only wanted to nap for about an hour. Is there anything you'd be looking to do in the village after your nap?
I would be exploring, seeing all what was here. Just familiarizing myself with it.
Okay. Anything in specific you're looking for, or just sort of wandering?
No, she's still not. Devaney's still not feeling the greatest. But you know, she's just walking it off, I guess, or trying to. But no, nothing specific.
Oh, okay. So as you're sort of wandering around, and you find a lot of similar small stalls to what you've seen in Port Nyanzaru. There are stalls where you can see people making insect repellent and selling it for people. Different little... the sort of supplies you need to go out into the jungle and roam. You see there are people making rain catchers, a couple of craftspeople making like tents and sleeping bags and things of that nature. All very sort of lightweight materials, things that would hold well in the jungle. Nothing too overpowered. And you notice that the village elder is spending a lot of time going back and forth just as you're roaming around, as Solana is off doing her thing and Tuala's dealing with his errands. You notice the Tribal Elder is dealing with a couple of people who are bringing through, as you see, it looks like long lengths of what appear to be very thick, viney, thorned lengths. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
What's her name again? The village elder?
I'm pronouncing it Manway. I'm going to type it in
Okay.
the Roll20 because I don't know how to pronounce it.
Okay. Thank you.
And you recognize these long thorned vines that you're seeing as tendrils from Uluthalong.
Ooh.
So it seems while Tuala was carving off and taking that large chitinous piece of armor back with him, it seems like some of the other warriors were busy taking lengths of the tendrils or tentacles of Uluthalong and have brought them back to the village.
I will just let them be because they seem to be busy and don't really want to get tangled up by accident, get in the way. So I'll just steer clear, but continue wandering around.
Okay. As day slowly turns into night, and the celebration really starts to ramp into high gear. There's a large bonfire in the middle of the city. Most of the warriors and people who were there with you guys during the battle, who lit fire to the surrounding areas to prevent the entity from fleeing, they're there. Everyone's drinking, feasting on all manner of different meats, fruits. You see a couple of people getting a little don't want to say out of hand, but a little more under the weather, is seem to be drinking some sort of strange concoction that some people seem to be enjoying, some people are avoiding like the plague.
Am I like coherent now?
Yeah, at this point,
Okay.
it's like 8 p.m. It's after dusk. It's getting near what typically you guys would be making camp,
Okay.
but it's literally the celebration is just starting to ramp up. It's
Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna go over to the people with the drink and be like, hey, what is that?
I already have one in each hand, and I am drinking them. I have not questioned.
as you walk over and say this, Solana, and a lot of them just sort of look at you
Oh yeah, they don't understand me.
as they don't speak common.
Tuala is there already drinking, so I'm like, ask them what it is. Or tell me what it is.
So is
Yes, that probably would have been wise.
Yes.
And I will ask them in Cholton. So, what is this drink? My elven companion wishes to know.
do me a favor. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Ooh, another one.
100.
Yep. Tuala's roll. Oh, and don't forget, Tuala, you have the nat 20 this week.
No,
I do?
Glenn does.
Gwen has it.
Oh, right. Sorry, I looked at the screen, my Twitch, and that's right. You are in Quen's spot because Quen is not here yet. Okay. So, as
45.
you asked this, let's see here.
Oh no.
Don't go too far. Okay. Let's see. So, as you ask this, and they say, Zozo juice. And as they hold it up to you again, Solana, as you're just coming over and looking at this, what you're seeing is a very where'd it go? It's a fiery red color to this beverage. And inside it, you can see there are thick orange bubbles that it almost reminds you of like molten lava, how the bubbles are sort of churning through it as it comes up. As you're watching it, it's the bubbles within the liquid are very slow to make their way up to the top. It's somewhat disconcerting to watch, but they seem to be just sort of the few that are drinking this seem to just be powering through it.
Including Tuala, right?
That's right. Tuan did say he was.
I questioned nothing, and I have.
Yeah, like a lava lamp.
So go ahead and make a Constitution save for me, Tuala, as you are pounding these.
I am not going to partake. I would just say, hey, and I'll go drink like coconut water. Ooh.
Okay, it's as you're watching Tuala drink these, Solana. I mean, he is just pounding them. It seems everything is fine.
Oh.
So Tuala, for you, as you have made your save, you have for the next 48 hours. You have a plus 10.
What?
To hit? Because I need it.
Your Constitution,
Constitution. Oh, crap!
Strength, and Intelligence.
Oh my goodness gracious.
At the same point, as you are downing these beverages, at each one you take down, you can feel it scorch your tongue. You cannot taste anything at all for that same 48-hour period. So your tongue is basically numb and useless, but hey.
That's some pretty cool benefits.
I try to thrust one upon Solana, and I say, "You will be fine, Land Elf. Drink, and tomorrow we fight everything."
Okay, Solana's gonna drink one. Because Tuala told her to.
Okay, go ahead and make a Constitution save for me.
Oh, not so good at the Constitution. Ooh!
So, congratulations. I'm not going to read everything back out, but yes.
Okay.
So, plus 10 to con, strength, and intelligence for the next 48 hours.
Do I see anyone who has partaken of the Zozo juice and has reacted differently?
Let's take a look here.
Did anyone spontaneously combust?
Let's see. So, out of the group of you that are drinking it, we'll say. Let's see. What we'll do is let me check their. That's when we'll just roll for the number of them.
Devaney, you gotta try this stuff. It tastes like burning.
Divinity just shakes her head no, and
Okay.
I'd rather have my wits about me, thank you.
Okay.
So, this is a plus 10 to like my score?
Yeah, so like if your score is 20 for your strength, for the next 48 hours, it's a 30.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I'm 20.
goodness.
I'm 27 on strength and constitution, and I'm now 20 on intelligence.
Yeah.
Dwell is now just as smart as Molfin is on Fridays.
Oh my goodness.
That's frightening.
Oh man.
Okay, so we're gonna roll. Okay, let's see. So out of these few people who are drinking it, we're just gonna have them all make a roll, and we'll add their bonus separately. Okay. So out of the 6 others that have been drinking with you, 3 of them are hanging right tight with you. The other 3 are in extremely rough condition.
Like pain or just drunk?
So, as you guys are looking at them, it's you see one of them is literally just completely immobile.
Oh.
Is like the hand is just down by the side, still holding the cup in it, but he's not moving at all.
Oh, well, glad I didn't see that before. Twala thrusts the drink at me. But it's okay now. It all worked out.
So a couple of people are trying to talk with it. The others that are sitting around beside that individual just seem to be, they look very tired, very sort of just weak and...
Oh, man.
Let's see, you can see one of them that's sitting on the ground next to the person who is just completely immobile. Has a little bit of blood running out of the corner of their mouth. It's...
That's terrible.
Do the others seem concerned about these three?
Not overly. The ones who are drinking it and feeling good are much in the same mindset as Twala right now is, oh, this is great, tomorrow we fight everything. But
Okay. Wow. Glad we did not fail that save because that looks dangerous. I'm
a
very
couple of people just
concerned.
walk over and sort of like tap the one guy who's not moving and,
And just go straight
no
over.
reaction.
Oh my god.
Just smacking, just nothing.
I would like to seek around the festivities and attempt to find various like hats and perhaps beads, necklaces, and things, and begin to set them atop of the immobile person.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Plus
With your
10. Oh my god. Oh.
Oh, easy enough. Takes you probably about 15-20 minutes to find people who are willing to... there are plenty of vendors around. It takes you a few minutes to convince people to come away from the festivities for a few moments to get to what you're looking for. But given you got... you're one of the member of the troop that defeated this jungle demon, most of them takes very few words to get them to do what you're looking for.
I sort of just assumed with my 27 strength I could take them from whoever I want.
It's
Other drunk people just take hats and...
As Tuala passes by Devonay, she'll psst and hold out something in her hand, and it's a piece of coal. And she nods over at the person on the ground. Take it.
I go over to the paralyzed individual, and I would like to spend some time drawing my best imitation of my own tattoos upon
Okay.
his face and chest and body and shoulders. And then I would like to find a stick of some sort and lash it to his arm, and then proceed to weekend at Bernie's him around the festivities. Dressed up like a smaller version of myself.
It takes you about a half an hour to get get everything done you're looking to, with a quick shading for your tattoos. But as Tuala is now reenacting Weekend at Bernie's with the poor paralyzed, paralyzed, borderline petrified villager. Solana and Daphne, what would you guys be doing other than enabling this behavior?
I am quickly wiping off any traces of coal on my hand on my pants. So they don't know that I enabled that. And I'm just sitting and enjoying watching people celebrate.
I'm eating probably.
Yeah, they have a wide variety of different dinosaur meats and
Ooh.
giant snake and crocodile and wild boar. Again, they don't really do much in the way of crops here because of the desire to keep such a wide open expanse plant free. But as you have enriched the land, you do see that there are a couple of bags of different, appear to be different grains and whatnot that are in the near area
I just
that they
eat.
look like they're preparing to
Oh,
get ready to plant, given your aid.
nice.
As you're going around and eating, you see a couple of individuals, picking up a piece of fruit, taking a couple of bites out of it, and then sort of breaking out into a little celebratory dance for a
Oh,
few
okay.
minutes, and
The monkey fruit. Okay, the dancing monkey.
then as it calms themselves down a little bit, I hand it over to the next one who takes a couple of bites and starts dancing, bobbing, and weaving around again. As they see you eating and they notice that you're there, they offer it to you.
Yeah, I'll take some and I'll start jigging.
As you take your bite in. Are you going to try to resist the invite, or are you just going to
No, I'm
run
just
with
gonna
it?
jig.
So as it starts getting shared around again, more dancing, more fun to be had. As the night continues on, getting later into the evening, Devonay, you notice once more that same group of people that the village elder had been speaking with earlier in the day. You see them going back and forth with another length of those long tendrils back into that same building where you happened to run into them before near the center of town. Again, they seem to be the only ones really not out and celebrating at the moment. They seem to be doing something else with those tendrils.
Well, now I'm curious, so I'm going to go over and see if I can see what they're doing with them.
Oh, okay. So, are you trying to hide your presence? You just walking over?
I'm just walking over like a curious person would.
Oh, okay. So, as you walk over, you can see they're dragging them into what appears to be a craftsman shop. And as you get a little closer, as they've entered in, they've closed the door. There are a couple of windows if you want to look in through a window.
Are they all inside, or are they still going in and out?
No, it seems like they bring over a small batch of these tendrils, then they disappear inside for a while. As you're not seeing them consistently running back and forth, it's just here and there.
Okay, I'll go over and just peek in a window.
Okay, as you look, it seems to be they're attempting to use these tendrils to fashion it into some sort of an item. It's hard to make out what they're trying to make it into right now, as it doesn't seem to. With all of them working around, it doesn't have a final form. It's not like it's out on a counter for you to look at. They're still actively working with it.
Well, the next time I see, if I'm still awake, one of them either going in or going out, I would like to stop one and just say, I've noticed this going on. May I ask what you're building with them?
Okay. So as you're watching there, it's probably about another half hour or so. At this point, it's getting to be probably around 10:30. Evening's starting to wrap up. People are starting to get tired. Good portion of them. There are some that you get the feeling are just going to keep running all night long. Be damned with anything else. This is worthy of celebration. But about that time, one of the craftsmen proceeds to, you watch as they stop working, starts to come out the door a couple of feet from the window you were you had been peeking through.
Yeah, so I'll make my way over to catch him before he disappears to wherever he's going to and say, "Excuse me."
And sort of jumps and looks at you with a very sort of confused look. Hmm?
Yes, and I'll look around to see where Tuala is. If he's still.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh.
He is. You can't see him or the petrified villager he was walking around with.
So I'm going to mime. I'm going to point over at the building he came out of, and I'm gonna go like that.
You see him just sort of go.
And I'll go. And I'll just, walk away from the building and not bring any more attention to it.
As you walk away, you can hear in the background. So,
Solana's a little scared now, even though she doesn't know it.
and Solana, what would you be doing during all of this? As you've been eating, you've been dancing.
Yeah, I'm still dancing. I'm around the bonfire. I'm like eating the monkey fruit. I'm like, yeah, this is awesome.
Oh, okay. And Twala, anything else you'd be doing with your friend there?
As things begin to wind down, I will not stay up too late into the night. The time for revelry must come to an end, as there are, of course, matters we must attend to. I would like to ask about to the other members of the Ovastek if they might point me in the direction of the dwelling of my companion, so that I may see him safely back to his home before the night is over.
A couple of them. Takes you a few minutes, as a lot of people are quite inebriated at this point in the night. Everyone's feeling pretty good, but a couple of false starts, you managed to find out where where Bernie lives, and you managed to get him back to his house. And as night starts to come to a close for most people, as there seem to be a couple of people still working away late into the evening. You guys find your way into bed for back to your rooms for the evening.
Yeah.
Night comes to a close. Would anyone be taking watch or just passing out?
Solana's gonna pass out.
Solana dancing the entire way back to the room after having quite a bit of the dancing monkey fruit. But again, strange enough, feeling energized for, granted, oh wait, that's right, I did not roll for a Solana, so I forgot to,
Roll what?
now that monkey fruit you've been eating, you've had no idea what it tastes like, and you roll the exact same thing. So likewise, your tongue is scorched from that drink.
Oh, okay.
So you've been eating the monkey fruit and everything else, it's filling you.
Yeah.
But you have no clue what any of it tastes like.
That's quite unfortunate. Solana likes to eat. So. But you've seen the monkey fruit before, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're familiar with it, and again, you've seen enough crocodile and the different animal meats that you guys have prepared through the jungle. So you're pretty sure you know what you're eating. You just have no clue if you like the way they prepared it or not.
Okay. Fair enough.
But hey, it's sustenance. It's in your stomach now.
Fair enough.
So as night comes to a close, you guys get your evening's rest. Mechanically, if you're all feeling better, I'll get all your stuff back. and you find yourselves coming to wake. The sun starts to creep over this open space in the village of Ervastek. As you come to consciousness in the morning, and the day is yours.
Did the craftsperson indicate how long she needed to complete my requisition?
The craftsperson actually did not show up at the party last night, working on said request, and you're welcome to head over and see how far along they've gotten.
I turn to Solana, Devaney, and Gwen, and I say to them, it was good to enjoy ourselves last night, but unless you disagree, I think it is time we continue on our journey, no?
I concur, but we should get more bug repellent, so we don't have to make any.
Perhaps the of us can barter for some with us.
Yeah, before we leave, we could stock up here and continue on. We shouldn't stay here for much longer. I agree with that.
Hey, Devaney, have you felt anything from Avalta? Is Avalta still alive?
I'm pretty sure he's still alive, but I don't have any communication with him.
Okay.
He's too far away.
But you would know if he was gone, right?
Well, the last time he died, I knew it, so I'm
Okay.
assuming the same thing would happen this time.
Okay, I'm just worried about, everything.
Fanciful one will be all right.
I hope so.
Before we leave, I must pay a visit to one of the Ervastek's craftsmen, and we should pay our respects to the elder.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, we should say goodbye before we leave.
Yes. Do they have any, interesting weaponry here, or anything that we should take note of, or is it pretty standard stuff? Pretty white.
Yeah, for what you guys have seen here so far, it seems to be a very standard fare, so to speak.
Okay.
As you're looking, as you were wandering around yesterday, and the first time you were in here, they have a lot of the, again, typical, I guess I'll say, minimalistic things that you saw your first time in Port Nyanzaru.
Okay.
Those same multi-bladed, basically like the tribal short swords.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm not going to bludgeon the bleeding name again.
Mm-hmm.
Can't find it right in front of me. As well as things like spears, arrows, bows, but nothing nothing that you think is any better than what you've got than what you found already.
Okay. Thank you.
And it's pronounce it Yakolwa.
Yagola.
So yeah, they sell. You can see that they're, again, we'll call it selling, but they're bartering for those specific blades, different things like that. But again, you see they have bug repellent, rain catchers, and other things of that
Okay, I
nature.
will barter for a lot of bug repellent. And I apologize. My dog is snoring so loudly that it's lighting up Discord a little, so.
I was gonna say, I have not heard a bloody thing.
Okay, good.
So viewers at home, if you can hear the snoring dog, please make sure you let Solana know. Loudly in chat, repeatedly. So how much are you looking to barter for, Solana?
I don't know, because I was going to see how far away it is, but it says it's 15 feet away.
You mean to get to Omu?
Yeah, like I'm pointing.
As you're looking at the map, I'll say go ahead and make a survival check. Let's see how well you do checking the map and how you estimate here.
Not very well.
You know that it's somewhere down west of the Peaks of Flame. Your best guess is maybe a week and a half away.
Okay, I'll buy like a month for everyone because we're probably going to get lost. We'll do something stupid.
Or sidetracked.
Or sidetracked.
Okay.
So how much would that cost?
So let's see here. So a month, that's 20 days. So let's see here. Get this for you. Sorry, no,
It's okay.
math. Okay, so let's figure we need 2 apiece. Get through the month. So that's. So, what are you offering to barter for it?
Oh, they won't do gold? I totally just sowed their field for them? I guess I could be like, hey guys, I made crops. Do you want to give me bug spray? But no, I actually have a not much. I've got some earplugs.
And don't forget, you also have. What does the party have? This.
Oh yeah, what's in the Fabio?
You guys have things that you're dealing with. I hate that picture every time I look at that thing.
Okay. So we can give them. Oh, we have gourds of solve, but I don't know how many we would have gone through already.
Yeah, we bought a lot when we were in Port Nyanzaru, but I'm not sure how many we used up.
Yeah.
Well, basically, each gourd contains 20 doses or 20 days supply.
Oh, so we should be fine. Still, right?
you bought 20 gourds at that point, which would technically
That
be
was like,
that would be 5 gourds apiece. 20 days per gourds. That's 100 days. It's basically 3 months supply. So you're probably still doing okay.
Okay. All right, then I will not barter because all we have are like snake meat.
Well, we had the set of split mail. That would, probably
Yeah.
go well.
We have
Yeah,
you
magic beans, too.
We might,
That's
like,
probably not a good thing to give them.
yeah, let's
Swana, don't give them the magic beans.
okay, but we should plant one soon because I forgot about them. Okay,
Not here, far away.
okay. Although that might upset Tuala. Maybe I'll just drop one and pretend I didn't do like. Oops, a bean! Oh no!
I am very intelligent for the next 48 hours.
So am I. Okay. Maybe I'll wait 2 days and then drop you.
Wait until I am not as smart and then try it.
Exactly.
So as Selena is plotting out her somewhat, chaotic neutral plan, I won't call it evil, but
Molpin.
Twala, you Selena channeling her inner Molphin.
Yeah.
Now you say that, you'll pay on Friday. Michael will take care of you. As Tuala proceeds to make his way back to the craftswoman, you walk up and you can see the forge is still glowing, and you see a very exhausted sweat pouring off of this woman's body, as you get the impression she's been working straight through the evening. As you come up to her, she sees you. Oh, you're here. Good. And she proceeds to hand you 5 items. These are the 4 that you requested, as well as the circlet. I began work on those immediately, as I assumed you would not be here for much longer. Yeah. Remaining work I shall have done, but it will take a few days to finish everything else.
Of course.
I will make sure, with your permission, to give the remaining items to the Elder to have them presented to the individuals as you have requested.
I would greatly appreciate that, Craftsman. Thank you.
It is a rare privilege for one such as myself to be able to work on such an item.
And I look over the stuff that she gave me. Is it is it very well made? How's it look? Quality-wise?
It looks to be very high quality.
Okay.
It looks like she went above and beyond with this. And you remember her taking a few minutes checking the material and, again, commenting that it may not work for certain things, but as you're looking over it, it looks like they did an exceptional job with it. You can see little, almost, we'll call it almost the pattern to the plate. It, as it's carved out in the different shapes, you can still see that natural appearance from the actual plate itself. It still looks a piece of the actual creature.
Okay.
Just shaped into the different items as requested.
Oh, Renegado, thank you for joining the adventure. MN Renegado. Sorry, I can't speak language, apparently. I got really excited and I'm like, I couldn't say it fast enough.
Please do not leave us, because my producer cannot speak.
So I say, as I look over the items, I say, it is I who am privileged to carry these items on with me. Your
Kiss
work
her.
is
Kiss her.
impeccable.
No, you don't want to kiss her.
What?
She worked all night on these items for you, man. She likes you.
I do not do that, as we are not about unwanted sexual advances. Tea party.
Shake her hand.
But I do ask, I say, is the remaining material sufficient payment, or is there anything else I may provide as a payment for your services?
And as you see a smile sort of creep across her face. No, there is enough remaining after the remainder of the task at hand that I will be able to make a nice adornment for the shop here, as it will be given a place of honor and show I was one of the few lucky enough to work with a piece of the beast.
Excellent.
Cool.
Then I shall bid you farewell, and rest assured that I shall tell tales of your exceptional skill wherever I go, as I show off my trophy.
Give her some flowers then.
If you will excuse me, my clientele friend is
Here!
muttering rather loudly from a short distance away.
I literally druid craft a flower and give it to Joella.
And as she has no idea what Solana is saying at the moment, your friend is rather odd, but at the same point, Solana, you see as this woman turns and looks at you and just gives a slight nod.
I hand the flower to her, and I say, she is odd, but she wishes you to have this. She finds you
Awesome.
I'm perhaps embarrassed, but she finds you quite attractive and wished me to give this to you.
As you say this, you watch as her face, even with the sweat and exhaustion, gets a slight, almost flushed look to it. And Solana, all of a sudden, you see this craftswoman turn and look at you with a more discerning gaze as you immediately feel her just blatantly look you up and down.
I pat Solana on the shoulder and turn and walk away.
I'm following Tuala.
I give her the finger guns, and I'm like, alright, bye. And then I leave to him.
Yeah, you hear a slight chuckle as you're walking away as... So yes, mechanically, Tuala, the craftsman was able to make everything you were looking for.
Cool.
Don't know what it is, but I think that's cool too.
And then, as you guys eventually find your way back heading through the village, you said you want to speak with the elder as well?
Yes, we should at least announce our departure, I think.
Can we stay
Yes, if
here
you-
a couple days, you know, in like nice huts and, you know... No? Okay. Let's go.
No, we should move on.
Okay.
So as you start approaching the elder's hut again, and you see the same couple of guards out. They see the four of you coming up, and just immediately, Tuala, you hear them call in that they're here. And doors are open for you. You march in, you see Manuel, the elder, sitting at the far end of the room in her chair. The small item sitting on a table beside her seems to be wrapped up in some sort of cloth.
Did we establish that she speaks common? Or do I have to translate?
No, she speaks common.
Okay. So I'll say in common then, just for everybody's benefit. Elder, we have greatly enjoyed the hospitality of the Ovastek, but it is time we proceed on our way. We are on a mission of great importance.
She gives a bow, looking at each one of you individually. Saviors, you will be missed here, but know you are welcome in Ovastek anytime you have need.
Thank you very much.
With our craftsmen were toiling late through the evening, working on something as our way of saying thank you for all you have done for us and for this land. With this, the elder reaches over and proceeds to start unwrapping the cloth and holds out to the group what appears to be a multi-lashed whip made out of the tendrils from Ulu Thalong.
Wow.
Looking at it, it has the same appearance as a cat of nine tails.
That's pretty bad. But I don't think I'm allowed to say the A word. That's pretty cool. No, wait, let me rephrase it. Thank you. We are so gracious for this tool of awesomeness and righteousness and power.
Indeed, Elder, it, I am sure, shall come in great deal of use where we are going.
Again, you are saviors to this land now. Hopefully this weapon will aid you as much as it caused problems for the land before.
Before we make our departure, it seems that we have thought very similarly on this matter, you and I, Elder. I have also had something special created, at which point I will draw forth the parcel that I have recently picked up from the craftsman. And I will lay it out on the ground so that I may individually pick up the pieces from within. And I first pick up a small item, and I turn to Guardian, and I undo the cloth around it and hold it out to her. Guardian, this clasp was crafted from the hide of the creature. It should fit, I hope, nicely upon your weapon belt. It is crafted in the visage of a jungle cat, similar to a panther. And I extend it. You.
And Ebony will take it and do a small bow to all and say thank you.
The next item I draw forth and I extend to Solana, and it is a bangle that could be worn around the wrist or the ankle, crafted of the plating of the creature, created to appear as interwoven vines and plant life. I extend it to her and I say, Solana. I say plant elf. I say plant elf. Here. This is to serve as a token of our victory over this creature.
I hug Tuala. No matter how uncomfortable he is, I hug him.
I imagine we hug each other with I own one arm because I am manly, but
Okay.
With our increased strength, I imagine we would crush to death anyone else
Yes,
that we would hug
probably.
with the force of our hug.
This is true.
To
Thank
Quen,
you, Tuala.
to Quen, I give an item that is similarly crafted from the hide of the creature and is a plated bracer affixed to a leather strapping that can be worn upon his sword arm, and it has been crafted and molded with elements of many of the seasons that I have seen the whimsical one display. Frost and flames of summer and the new growth of spring and the dried leaves of the fall. Though many of these are somewhat alien to me, having lived my life in Trolls. I am familiar enough, having traveled with him for some time, that I was able to describe them to the craftsman. And the final item I present to the elder, and it is a circlet, a diadem of sorts, crafted of the creature's hide that I present to Elder Manway, and and I take a knee and extend it to her, saying to her and to my traveling companions, Elder, you, of course, are fully aware, but my companions, perhaps you are not. The magnitude, the significance of our victory against Uluthalong cannot be understated. This is momentous. Elder, though we may have been the instrument that dealt the killing blow, the generations of effort, of strife, and of struggle by the Urvastek people, the planning and discovery of the creature's lair, none of this would have been possible without it. As always, as you know, I am the Storm Herald. I am ever the servant of the people of Chult. I wish you to take this as a symbol of my gratitude for what your people have done and allowed us to be part of. And know that, should ever you need assistance in the future, I shall do anything in my power to aid you. And present it to her.
As you're watching, as you're speaking to her, and she's looking,
I think you
tears
kinda-
welling behind her, as she reaches down and very slowly, hands almost shaking, takes this from you, just gazing at it with almost a melancholy smile on her face. She looks back into your eyes, Tuala. It has been a very long road for our people. There have been many losses, and many times we thought victory would never come. And yes, we are the ones who found the lair. Without bravery and courage such as you and your companions have shown here today, yesterday, but none of this would have been possible. You kneel, but you should not. Arise, Storm Herald, you are saviors here. Takes the item you made her and sets it on her head. And I will wear this gift with pride, knowing that we were part of the tool together that ended the scourge on our land.
I stand and again bow in reverence and I say, indeed, as were your many braves who fought alongside and risked their lives. The craftsman was unable to complete the final task I asked of her, but I have left the remainder of my trophy hide in her care, and she has agreed to craft bangles and trophies for each of your warriors who were present at the fall of the creature. They deserve to be honored as great warriors, both in this life and in the next.
She gives a much deeper bow to you, Tuala. Your gift to them will please many of them, that they will be able to share in this honor. I look forward to seeing these items when they are completed and ensuring that each warrior who is present receives the gift that you have left for them.
Thank you, Elder. Plant Elf Guardian, Whimsical One. I have flapped my gums long enough. Have you anything you wish to say to the Elder? I shall clear away and let you speak. And we may go.
Thank you very much for your hospitality, and I hope you have a very prosperous year.
Well, if your skills with plants are as powerful as your courage is, should be a very prosperous year for us indeed.
Debonair will. So, Tuala made very fine speech, and thank you for letting us be a part of what you and your village have set out to do for many, many years and generations. And I hope that we are able to return someday to your village.
I do not know fully what this task is that you have taken upon, but I wish you well in your journey. And we look forward to when you do return and choose to stay with us once more.
That'd be awesome.
And as Quan is not here, we're not sure what Quan would say, so we will have to save that for next time. That is, a lot of you, as you finish your discussion, the Elder takes a deep bow, and the guards proceed to escort you out, and you are moved along to, this time leading you out in the opposite end of the village as you're led out the southern side.
We can't forget Stephanie.
With Stefan.
Oh, it's Stefan. Sorry.
with a 27 strength, am I able to lift Stephanie by myself as we leave the village?
Yes, as everyone goes to proceed to help with the canoe, Tuala just one hand up into the other over the head to make sure it stays balanced.
Debonair goes, why don't you and Solana carry that, and I'll stay back here.
Okay. I'll grab.
Should have had some of that drink, Guardian.
Yeah. You would have liked it. It was like burning. Like I said. Very burning. Now I can't taste anything. It's kind of weird. I don't know why I'm still putting my hands over my head.
You're carrying a canoe.
So as you guys proceed to get ready and start upon your day's journey, who is helming the navigation for today?
I will helmet, and I will say Quinn is here.
Well, one way or another, Quinn's typically been helping out with your with that. So
Okay.
fire away.
Survival. Yes.
Okay.
So good at survival.
So you are, with their aid and them getting you outside, very certain you're heading in the right direction.
Cool.
So, and actually, because let me see here where I'm just flipping because I rolled a bunch of these the other day. Okay, so as you proceed to make your way through the day without any real issue, as you and Tuala are carrying the canoe until you get back into the jungle out of this little plains area and back to find a stream heading southward. Takes you only about an hour and a half to get the canoe back in water and back heading in the proper location.
Are we
Between
paddling
your two
super
strength
fast? Because we're so strong.
You can if you'd like. I mean, there may be repercussions
Oh,
to
yeah, that's true. Okay,
burning
no.
yourself out, but yeah, well, you could definitely bump up your speed if you'd like to.
No, we'll do the regular pace. It'll just be really strong.
It's
Paddling.
because of your strength, it allows you to actually relax a little bit in your rowing. As it's running in with the two of you pulling at the same time, you seem to jump ahead, and then you just slow down a little bit, and then jump forward again.
I mean,
How's your-
Devonay thinks this is great because usually she's the strongest
Yeah.
one around. He likes this. He's taking a break.
Oh, it's start making your way again, heading southward, ever closer towards that goal you guys have in to the west of the Peaks of Flame. And again, the day, especially with the two of you feeling so energized through this, and seem to just be buzzing through without any sort of an issue.
Can we see the peaks of flame from where we are, or is that too far away?
Let's. I'll say, go ahead and make a perception check. Or what's your passive perception?
17, I think. Let me make sure. Yeah, 17 is my passive.
Okay. Let's see here. So with your passive perception, you can sort of make something out in the distance. As you were walking, all of you, as you were walking from the village towards the tree line, at like half mile away, you could definitely see it off in the distance. As you're back into the jungle, it gets much more difficult to see anything.
Okay.
And you get occasional sort of breaks in the tree canopy, and you can sort of make out points, but it's not like you have a wide open, clear view of it,
Okay.
as it is
That's
a
fair.
heavily wooded area. As you're proceeding through the day, though, everything seems to be running nice and smooth for you. Lunchtime comes. Is there anything anyone would be doing during today's travel?
Paddling.
At some point, I do need to affix the final item that I had crafted, my own trophy from the creature to my glaive, the
Ooh.
piece of leather, so that it dangles with the other ornaments and
Okay.
tusks and things,
See more sacks.
and the and the glowing nutsack. Yes.
So, go ahead and make your roll with your leatherworks. Did you have a leatherworkers kit, or I can't remember if you did that or if it was just
I have a leather worker's kit. But I
do not
let
have
him
the
borrow
worker's
it.
kit.
Let me see. I can't remember what we used for that roll. I think we just did a dex roll. I think.
I think it was a nat 20.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Automatic
it's
20.
intended to be.
I will
Yeah.
let you borrow my leather worker's kit. Here you go.
So let's say
Sort of look at the leather worker's kit, and I had mostly just intended to tear a rough strip of leather off of somewhere, and I am a barbarian after all.
Okay. You do you, man.
so easy enough for you just to, as when Solana's offered this to you, and you're just sort of like rip. It's not quite as pretty as the nutsack was,
Mm.
but it definitely which is sort of saying something. But definitely does the job, as you managed to get it affixed on during the day's travel. As you guys are getting near the end of the day's journey, it's getting to be that point where you'd normally be starting to pull over and setting up camp for the night. So I know Salon's at 17, Devonay and 12 passive perception.
14.
It's probably like 12. Let me look. 14.
Oh, okay. So as you're looking, as you're sort of poking around, you see about 15 feet ahead of you, on a rather low-hanging branch, there is what appears to be a snake hanging down towards the middle of the river.
Okay, how big is the snake? Is it like constrictor or like?
It's not giant. It looks to be a regular sized snake.
Okay.
As given your very specific question, it does appear to be a constrictor snake,
Okay.
but it looks to be
I was gonna-
just a standard.
Tuola, do you recognize that type of snake? Is it poisonous? Bad?
Hey, I'm the druid here. Go.
I mean, I was
saying.
going by his jungle knowledge, but
Okay.
if you know either.
No, let Tuala handle it with his jungle knowledge. The druid.
Well, as the druid has pointed out, that it is a constrictor snake. Typically, they are not venomous. But I suppose I could take a look to see if I recognize this particular species.
Should we talk to it and ask why it's hanging there, or should we just kill it, or can we move
I'm
the
just
boat
not,
to the side so it's not like over
I'm just
us?
not enthusiastic about snakes in a boat.
If it is harming no one, I see
That sounds like a funny movie, though.
navigate around it. No reason
Yeah, let's just go around it.
Yeah, snakes in a boat, though. Think about
nature
that.
to see if I recognize the snake, I guess.
Sure, go ahead.
I do not recognize the snake.
It's a snake.
If Plant Health believes that it is a constrictor, it is unlikely that it is venomous as well, but I do not recognize those markings or that coloration pattern.
Can we move the boat so it's like to the side, or
Yeah, you can definitely
try?
definitely try to.
Okay, we will try.
Yeah, push
to.
over.
Yeah, push over to the
Paddles
side
against
a
the
little more.
shore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys go out of your way to sort of swing wide around it, its eyes continue to watch you, so we're gonna see
Uh-oh.
what this is gonna do here.
Uh-oh. It's a magical snake. We made it
Hey,
mad.
Seems to just sort of watch as you row by, as you
Okay.
swing wide and slightly out of its intended range. It just doesn't look like it has the interest to chase after you at the moment.
Oh, good.
It's lucky. If Gizzard was here, he would want to eat it.
Yes. In fact, I believe we have 4 frog's legs in the bag of holding that we should probably dispose of. Like, giant
Yeah, you're
frog
right.
legs. You know what? You know what? Let's do that today. Let's make that a thing on our list. Okay.
So as you guys continue on, guys to set up camp for the night,
Yeah.
and as we prepare to set up camp for the evening, it's here we will take our break for this evening. As our players have noticed and our viewers have probably noticed, unfortunately, Quen did get in touch with me and let me know that he's currently under the weather, so will not be joining us this evening. So, Lennon, we hope you feel better soon. We will do our best not to TPK you while you're not here. And we will be back just about somewhere between like 5 to 7 minutes as we take a few minutes to grab a drink, facilities, whatever we may need to do. Thank you very much for tuning in and hanging out with us tonight, as our party seems to be making some good headway heading southward towards the Forgotten City. So thank you very much for tuning in. Stick with us, and we'll be back in a few. Ms. Producer, if you would. Hey, and welcome back, everybody, as we continue on our way ever southward towards the Tomb of Annihilation. We appreciate you hanging with us while we took our quick break to top off our beverages and all of our fun needs. And our party is just setting up camp for this evening, as they somewhat narrowly avoided a confrontation with a constrictor snake, and set up camp for the evening. You managed to have yourself a fine evening's repast. How are you guys handling watches for the evening?
I will take the first watch.
Last watch, please.
Is Ghost Quinn taking a watch?
Yeah, we'll have.
Okay.
Yeah, so Twelve, you want second or third? We'll give Quinn the leftover.
I'll take third. So I always take
okay.
second. Nothing ever happens.
Okay, so if you can all go ahead and make perception checks for me, and Solana, if I can ask you to roll one for Quinn for me. I know you have access to Quinn's sheet as well.
Sure, I will do that first. Let me grab
Wow. Solana.
the first one
Which
was
is which?
Quinn's, and the second one
okay.
was mine.
Wow. Quinn and Solana seeing everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So is evenings watch anything anyone would be doing during their watches?
Looking at my bangle. And
Oh,
go,
it-
ooh.
It is exceptional craftsmanship.
Yes. And
It's-
wondering why the woman looked me up and down. That's okay.
Go ahead and make an insight check as you're
Ooh.
thinking this over.
Ooh.
It's you have seen this happen to other people before. Specifically, you noticed it in Port Nyanzaru at various points. Mostly when Melik was trying to smooth talk somebody,
Fair enough.
as it seems to be an expression of interest as you
Ooh.
think back to things you've seen Melik manage to get away with, as people seem to be a little wooed by your strange horned bard.
Huh. How about that? Oh well, maybe we'll go back there sometime. Who knows? Alright, that's my watch.
It's definitely on your way back, assuming you survive. So as first watch comes to a close, Quinn's watch, it seems to be everybody's watch goes through without any real issues throughout the evening. Even Devaney, as the sun starts to creep back up and you start to see little peaks here and there through the tree canopy, it even looks like the day is going to be a pretty nice day. As the group wakes up, proceeds to start making breakfast, getting everything situated. Anything?
Solana, weren't we gonna throw out those frog legs?
Oh yeah, Chihuahua, how about you throw out those frog legs for us?
Perhaps we should do that as we are leaving the area,
Yes, that's also a good idea.
rather than before we have to eat our breakfast.
Yes. Yes, that is also true. Okay, so I make breakfast that I can't taste. So who knows how it turns out. I'm like mixing this porridge. I'm like, eh. Devaney is the only
Okay.
one that can taste it. Oh, and Quinn. Quinn can taste it.
So, Devaney, where Quinn's not here this evening, I'm going to ask you, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
All right.
Oh.
Well,
This is really not very good. It's edible, but barely.
Lot of salt.
Yeah.
A lot of salt, a lot of pepper.
Yeah.
If you were a deer, you'd be very happy with the salt lick.
well, I think I managed to get down the whole bowl according to that.
It's you managed to eat. Solana, go ahead and do me a favor. Make a Constitution save for Quen.
Okay, for Quinn, let's see.
Just gonna see how Quen does, because
Constitution save. Okay.
yeah, you both Quen and Devine seem to chow through.
I don't know
I
any
like
difference.
to think Quen took one bite and then spent the next like 20 minutes every time Solana was looking away, just like flinging it over his shoulder.
Devine would probably just eat it as fast as possible, so not taste it as much.
So as you guys start to get ready for the day's traveling, start getting everything situated, do me a favor and everyone go ahead and make a perception check for me. As you're getting your campsite
Okay.
pulled back
Ooh.
together.
That is not good, but that's good, Devine.
Okay.
I'll make one for Quinn too. Quinn perception.
Okay.
Quinn did
So,
not do well.
Quen and Solana, you guys are busy getting the camp pulled together, getting ready to, you're talking over your navigational plans on today's journey.
Gotcha.
Devine and Tuala, though, you both happen to notice about 75 yards from where you guys are currently, you see a group of individuals. Looks to be about 5 people. Crouched down, hidden in the bushes. Watching all of you.
This happened another time, didn't it? It was creepy.
I continue to go about the business of packing up the camp, and I, under my breath, to Guardian say, it appears we have visitors. Have you noticed?
I have. I'm trying to decide if I recognize them from earlier travels.
Tuala, can you get rid of these giant frog eggs from the bag of holding things? Bag of holding.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. You're the best.
So as I move over to that, I say to Guardian, I shall defer to your lead. I am ready if it's to be a fight. And then I'll go over to where Solana is with the bag.
See, they're giant frog eggs, so I needed your help because they're giant and they're gross.
Do I recognize, if not the people themselves, but maybe the clothing they're wearing, or?
You do recognize the clothing they're wearing. And given how well you actually rolled on your perception, you also recognize that they have a symbol emblazoned in their forehead.
Is it the blue thing?
I was gonna say, is it the blue thing?
The blue
Yep.
thing. I forgot what the blue thing means. Oh no.
As I take the bag from Solana, also under my breath, I say, Plant Elf,
Yeah.
do not act out of the norm.
Okay.
But we are being observed by a group of individuals roughly 70 paces behind me. Guardian is also aware. I do not know if the whimsical one has noticed yet. And then I stick my hand into the bag of holding and I say, all of the frog parts.
Okay, I guess we'll just keep doing the motions until they attack us, or we attack them, or are we attacking?
So Devaney will come over and... Do you need help with those legs? They're pretty big.
Yeah, they're
they
really
must be
smell
gross.
very
mushy by
bad
now.
when they come out.
They're really gross.
And then say in a quieter voice, the group of people over there have blue markings on their foreheads, and we recently saw... Not recently, but we saw some undead with the same markings
Oh, yeah.
quite a while ago.
Upside down blue triangles. Okay, that's what it is. Thank you. I was looking through my notes for them.
Should
That's
we let
Dr.
them
Mom.
continue watching us, or are we to confront them?
I am not particularly fond of being observed from the shadows. As I say, I will defer to your judgment, but
Like, are they
I would just as soon
stealthing?
call out to them and see how they react.
Are they trying to
could.
stealth? Pretty much?
You asking me?
Yeah, like, do they look like they're stealthing?
As far as Solana's concerned, you can't even see them.
Oh, yeah.
You're-
So I guess
you're
they
being
are
told that
stealthing.
they're there, but
Okay.
you've got no earthly clue. Like they said, they're off in the distance somewhere.
Oh, I
You
I
see
can-
bushes and trees.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can't even see them. Okay. So they're pretty stealthy,
And then-
right?
Much louder. This frog leg's mushy. That's gross. Why did we ever leave these in here this long?
Cause they remind us of Gizzard. I guess.
But we did have that band of other people I noticed watching early one morning, but I wasn't able to make out.
We had more people watching us?
Yeah, but they ran away.
Did they also have blue upside
It was
down
dark.
triangles?
I couldn't
Oh.
see what they were wearing or anything like that,
Okay.
but I have a feeling these might be the same people. You wanna
If they
talk
are
to them?
following you,
That's-
then we should confront them.
Unless it's that creepy hag-like finger that scratched me. I didn't like that. That was gross.
Hey, did that get infected, or is it all better now?
DM, is it infected or did it get all better now?
Let me take a quick look at that. I don't remember. I gotta check my notes here. And actually, while you guys are discussing this and talking about going over to check with them, you notice as Devaney and Twilight, you notice this, and Solana, you notice this as they seem to be running. All of a sudden, the group of them start to pull back into the bush and start to fade out of your view. They seem to be withdrawing from the area.
Oh.
I turned to Guardian.
That's what they did last time. I think it was them last time.
Then we should pursue.
All right, everybody, let's go.
Okay! I guess we're pursuing them.
I
If we don't follow
fling
right
the
now,
frog
then-
leg in my hand off to the side and draw my glaive. Begin moving in that direction.
Yep, same
Okay,
here.
so-
Well, without the
so-
glaive part.
Okay. So, as you guys proceed to start heading off in that direction, let's see. Let me actually see what their bonus is as you guys start chasing down after them. Let's see.
Oh yeah, this was after the weird corpse thing too, so something weird is happening around here.
Where?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Where is my... There we go. Okay. Okay. So let's see, as they are taking off running, and they've got a good jump on you guys. So let's see.
Oh yeah, they were like 70 feet away from us, so let me see.
Yeah, so they've got a decent take as they're taking off. Okay, so out of those now, you got Twal and Devaney, as you're taking off first, Solana. You're following along.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
want to turn into a panther. Because that's 50 feet of speed.
Okay. So,
and I'm also assuming Quen was sort of also in on this conversation.
yeah, it's
So-
Quen will be falling a little behind as now there's no way Quen can keep up with Solana. So Solana was behind as you guys are taking off, and now all of a sudden, Twala and Devaney, you see this massive panther come bounding past you.
What's Panther's
and-
move speed?
50 feet.
50.
Okay.
So assuming Panther's dashing, that's 100
Yeah.
per round. So that'll definitely get caught up with them much quicker. What is your and Devaney's movement?
Dashing, I can do 80 feet around.
Jesus.
Dashing, I do 60.
Oh, okay. So Devaney, you don't seem to be making much ground, same as Quen. But you do notice that Tuala and Solana are starting to steadily leave you behind. And Solana, what is? Go ahead and make a perception check as the Panther.
I get advantage on nose checks as the Panther. The Panther has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell. So
Oh, okay. I'll say sure. Go ahead.
okay, so I'm
And then Tuala, go ahead and make a second perception check as you are now chasing after these individuals, trying to see.
Oops!
Anyone
I meant to
off
roll
to.
2.
So there's no bonus. It's just a flat D20.
It's G20 plus 2, but I forgot to roll with
Okay.
advantage, so I'm gonna roll
So
again.
just hit.
Oh look! I rolled the same number. Okay.
Okay. So as you guys have taken off after these two, let's see here. Just let me grab this so I can do my math to match up my rolls here versus you guys. That's okay. Okay, so out of the 5 of these individuals who have taken off running, Solana, you are able to see 2 of them. One that's sort of branching off slightly to the right, one that's heading straight, almost just straight ahead of you, and one that's branching off to the left. Okay, no, so you can see 2 of them. One that's branching off to the right, and one that's charging ahead straight. They seem to be separating from each other. Tuala, as you're charging up and starting, well, we'll phrase it not catching up, but just starting to barely fall behind the Panther. You can see out of the original 5, there are 3 of these individuals that you have eyes on.
Mhm.
One's going off to the right at about a 45-degree angle, one's going straight ahead, and one's breaking off to the left.
Okay.
Actually, we'll say, Solana, as you're technically in front, you've got the one in front of you and the one that's branching off to the right. Which one are you following ahead on?
The one on the right.
Okay. So, Twala, as you're watching, as the Panther is, again, just getting a little further ahead of you as you guys are starting to catch up on these, you watch as the Panther veers off to the right and starts following off to that one.
I will follow Solana's lead. We'll follow Panther towards the...
Okay.
With my super high intelligence, I know the one moving at an angle will be easier for me to catch than the one continuing straight forward.
Ah!
Also, Solana's going that way. I chase.
Okay, so as you two continue to start running this individual down and start catching up, Devaney, go ahead and make a perception check for me again. Okay, so at this point, you can barely see as Quen is right behind you. You can see Tuala sort of almost starting to disappear into the brush, arcing off to the right.
Oh, I would be following him. I can't see what he's going after, but I would follow him.
Yeah, at this point, Solana, you are about to catch up to this individual on your next round movement. Anything you'd be doing as you're starting to catch up?
Getting ready to pounce. Can I pounce? Let me see. Do I pounce? I can pounce. I will be getting ready to pounce.
Okay. So do me a favor and go ahead and make an initiative roll.
Oh.
We're gonna see is this individual is well aware that it's being followed.
Okay.
So we're gonna see which one of you gets to
+2. So it's
gets to move first.
okay. It's just a +2 initiative. So I'm gonna roll a d20 +2.
Yep, it's fine.
Ooh.
Oh, I do not think this person can beat you. And
No.
nope. So as you are chasing down, as you're getting closer, actually, if you're wild shape, you keep your mental facilities when you're wild shaped, right?
Actually, I do.
So-
yeah. So my dex might be higher.
Yeah. Oh, no, because you take the physical aspects of the
Oh, okay. But my
creature.
mental
It's
is the
mental
same.
that sticks with
Okay.
you. So,
My int
yeah,
would
as you're
be
getting
high
closer,
and stuff, yeah.
you can see that this individual that is fleeing is a fairly muscular built woman with long brown hair. As you're looking though, she's looks to be almost a royal purple robe over her body, and on the couple of spots that you can see on her back, looks to be some sort of strange goldish copper colored something. And at this point, you're free to go ahead and make your attack.
I'm gonna pound, so it
As-
must succeed on a 12 strength saving roll.
Okay.
Otherwise, it is prone.
Okay. And they do not have a plus, so
Aw, not.
the 15, so it is not marked prone.
Okay.
But when you're pounced, oh well, actually you've got to make a claw attack. So go ahead and roll
Okay.
claw attack.
Claw attack is
Yeah.
+4 to hit. So I hit.
Oh yeah, you definitely hit. So well, it made its saving throw, but go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, it's only 1d4 plus 2. So 1d4 plus 2. So 6.
Okay, so that takes 6 points of damage from the panther clawing into it, and you hear this woman cry out "Ugh!" as it continues, and the two of you are still trying to run. As it turns to face you, and looks directly at the face of this panther that has just clawed it, and puts her hand up to her face, and then real quick thrusts her hand out right at the face of the panther.
Uh-oh.
And I need you to go ahead and make a Constitution save for me.
Plus 10? Wait, the constitution of the panther?
Panther.
Oh, nice.
It's your physical abilities are the animals, not yours.
Nuts. That is very unfortunate for me.
Ooh. That even with the plus 10, that is unfortunately not enough.
That is so
So
sad
as-
for me being a panther.
Let's see
Christy,
here.
the one time I wild shape.
So you take 8 points of poison damage
Ooh.
as a puff of greenish purple
Okay.
mist inundates your face and nostrils as this panther, breathing heavy from the exertion, is just.
Okay,
And
well that's fun.
with that, is you two continue running. Tuala, do me a favor. Go ahead and roll it. Actually, Tuala and Devaney, go ahead and roll initiative as well. Devaney, you haven't quite caught up as of yet, but Tuala is going to be on top of them this round as well. And
Oh, yeah, boy.
Do you want to click my token and roll
Okay.
initiative?
The one time I'm
yeah,
gonna
go
roll
ahead
good.
and click your token and then roll initiative and just add yourself onto the and then fix it back up to what you had
Yeah.
before.
Okay.
I currently do not have a map of anything. It's just white space for me. I'm not sure why.
Huh.
So I don't have a
Let
token.
me reload
Okay, hold on, I
the
can-
player's map. Do you want me to do that?
Well, Twala, can you see the map?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it may just be Devaney's connection.
Okay.
But what
It's
I
been
can
like
do is
this for quite a while, but we haven't needed it until now. So
okay, so let me see. So Devaney had rolled a 9, so let me just fix that. And then we'll add question mark and is an 8. Okay.
Is it a need? If it's a need, I'm just gonna like kill her. No, not a need. What's the other name of the lady that I hated?
Azaka,
Azaka.
No, it does not look anything like Azaka.
Okay. It's Azaka. I was just gonna like maul her.
And Azaka would wreck you.
Yeah, that's true.
So
As a
we're
panther.
going to switch Solana and Twala as Solana is still right on top of this individual.
Okay.
So with this Solana, we are going to change our music a little bit as this individual is still trying to flee away from you,
Okay.
but you are right there. Again, she's charging and you are right there running behind her as Twala is starting to catch up. What you doing?
I will bite her. I feel
Okay.
really bad doing this without like, any diplomacy or anything. But I guess I'm just gonna bite her.
Okay, go ahead and make your roll.
Push 4. Can't do this well. Roll. I hit. I think.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely hit. Let's go ahead and roll some damage for me.
6 plus 2. There we go.
Okay, so definitely looks like she's taken a couple of licks here, no pun intended.
Yeah. Ha ha ha.
Okay, and does Panther have multi-attack or no? Is that it?
No, that's it.
Okay, so that'll bring us over to Twala. You have now just caught up as now the Panther is sort of keeping pace with this woman who is fleeing. As you've caught up, you've watched the Panther take a swipe at her and clawed her back a little bit. Now just bit into her, and this woman is still just keeps shaking the Panther off and is still trying to run.
Am I close enough that I can try and like with my move speed, can I catch her and try and like take her down to the ground?
Sure. Go ahead and make a
Athletics
I don't even know how to
check.
say this. Sure.
Yes.
This is where he rolls a 1.
No, you,
Yeah, so I'm gonna try
you
and
can do it.
basically run up and just like wrap her up her body, like both her arms, and kind of like wrestle her to a stop.
Okay.
You can
Yeah, I
do
don't-
Oh,
think you-
29!
it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, she's going to try to dodge anyway. I don't know why I clicked that. I didn't want to. So that is not happening as you manage to tackle her down to the ground. Okay. Anything else you'd be doing as you've basically dragged
Did
her
I-
down to the ground?
Did I see Solana get poison clouded?
You saw a puff of mist or smoke come out of the woman's hand towards
Okay.
Solana.
Well, I tackled her from behind, away from me, and I like have her arms. I'm just gonna do my best to like keep her arms locked, keep her like face pointed away from me, and try and like wrap her legs as well, and basically just hold her in place to keep her from lashing out or
Oh, okay.
poisoning me in some way.
So as Devaney is charging up, Devaney, you've still got 1 round before you'll actually be up with the group of them, just given how much quicker they are moving. So that'll bring us to this woman that is currently grappled by Tuala. And let's see here. Let's see. So as she's sort of pulling and twisting, trying to get to you, you start hearing a very soothing voice to your ear, Tuala, as this individual starts speaking to you, very hushed tones and suggesting what a good idea it is to just let her go and to restrain the panther and to not bother with her anymore. And as you're listening to this voice telling you over and over again what a good idea it would be, I need you to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. As this individual casts suggestion against you. So suddenly you think it is a wonderful idea to release this person as soon as possible and proceed to stop the panther from chasing after her anymore.
Alrighty.
Would she be prone if she was just grappled?
Yeah, so he's tackled and he's got her like wrapped currently in a bear hug.
Thank you for the bits.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Renegado.
Yeah,
You are helping our team get throat leeches.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's gross. We have those.
I'm sorry, throat leech repellent. I should
Throat
not.
leech.
So with that, that'll bring us over to the panther, who is watching. Again, you're not fully understanding the words, given you're currently in your beast shape, I don't believe. If you can understand common in that form, then you have heard her saying that it's a great idea, you need to stop the panther, let go of me, and you can sort of see Tuala's eyes glass over.
Okay, I was
And
gonna
then
drop
with-
Panther anyway, if that's okay.
It's your choice.
Yeah. Because I only have like 4 points of health up as Panther. So what I was gonna do is drop Panther and hold person.
Okay. So go ahead and make your, what's the save on that?
Ooh, cast it. What level? Let me see.
While she's looking at that up, just a question for my own edification.
Sure.
I potentially didn't beat her spell save either way, but I have advantage on that saving throw because we were currently like hostile to each other, right? Is that how the suggestion works?
Let me check. It didn't say that, I didn't think, but let me check.
This got me in trouble with
I feel like charm person is like that. I don't know if suggestion is the same.
Where's that? Blah, blah, blah. On a failed save. No, it actually doesn't say it.
Oh, maybe it's just charm person.
Let me,
Either way, I was just curious.
will this actually go through? Yep. Course of activity. Well, that's the spellbook version, not the innate. But target makes wisdom save, failed save, best course of action. It doesn't say anything about advantage on the throw, so.
Okay.
In the meantime, though, we have a hold person being attempted. And that is a wisdom save.
Yes.
Let me just grab that real quick. Okay.
Haha!
Okay. So that individual is now hold person is paralyzed, right?
Yep.
Okay. So now we have the panther has just formed back into Solana and has now cast hold person against this young woman. And that will bring us over to Tuala.
Okay.
Who should no longer be attacking the panther because there is no panther.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's true. So I do, however, release her.
But she's paralyzed, so it's cool.
And I guess stand up and look for a panther.
I guess so.
Go ahead and make
It'd be real weird if there happens to be a panther in the area.
As you're looking around, you don't see a panther immediately, but you do see a large number of panther tracks leading directly to where Solana is currently standing.
Oh no.
Hmm.
But you're really intelligent, man. Figure it out.
Unfortunately, this is a wisdom-based situation.
I'm a
But,
druid.
right, he is so intelligent that he would probably know that Solana is the panther.
I'm a druid.
I guess I will. I'll leave that to the DM's discretion. Does the fact that she, the specific wording of her suggestion was to
Yeah.
restrain the panther?
Okay, let's do this. Because you're right, it's one of those where if it was Tuala without the bonus to intelligence, I think it's a dead issue. Tuala would have no idea in this mental state, given his foggy mind. Solana's a different person. But given how intelligent Tuala is right now, he would know that they are one and the same. So I will say, go ahead and roll a D100. 85 and higher.
Third D100 I rolled tonight.
There you know. 85 and higher, we'll say Tuala makes that connection and interprets it that Solana's the panther.
Okay.
Anything under 84 and lower.
Oh.
Yeah, so you think a panther is hiding somewhere in the area? Can't see anything.
Alright, so I let her go. I stand up and then just proceed to do nothing with the rest of my turn, but search around for panthers.
Okay, and about this time, Devaney and Quen have just caught up to see.
Oh, you guys run fast.
If you
Two
or
hours
any of your
range
companions
looking
damage the target the spell ends, though, would that count as me damaging the target if I...
Well, no, if
That would be
If
if
any
she
of
or her companions damage me.
Oh,
and she hasn't taken damage, so she doesn't have to make a Constitution save.
okay. But if I smack Tuala...
Let's see here. You're not one of her companions, so it wouldn't qualify.
Ah, okay.
Although it would probably anger Tuala some, but
Yeah, but, whatever.
that's besides the point. Right now, we have Devaney and Quen have just arrived.
Yes.
So I'm looking around and I see Solana and Tuala who's looking around, seemingly, I'm not sure what Tuala's doing, and this lady who's just probably have fallen over.
Yeah, she was released.
Not
She
moving.
was already on the ground, so she's just
Okay.
laying there completely static on the floor.
And I'm gonna dig out some rope and start to tie her up because that's what Devaney is gonna do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So as Quen has come charging up into the fray as well at the same time, what would Quen be doing to this in this situation?
Quen? Quen would be like... Here, let me show you a better knot. How to tie this.
So advantage of my knot tying. That'd be great.
Sure. Go ahead and make. We'll call this a. If you're proficient in sleight of hand, I'll say use that. If not, just straight dexterity.
No, just dexterity.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That play seems to take.
Oh,
That's right.
Jeez.
And
because I want to ask this lady some questions. So.
Okay, as soon as you get her tied up, that'll bring us over to her turn, and she is currently still paralyzed.
Yeah.
So it does nothing, but then at the end of her turn, we'll make her save again.
Yep, that beats it.
Okay. So as Devaney is getting this knot tied up, this woman all of a sudden starts violently thrashing around. That'll bring us back to Solana.
Do you want me to paralyze her again? Like, should I ask a question? Who are you and why are you looking at us?
Go ahead
If you
and
do hold person, she can't talk.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking her.
go ahead and make an intimidation check with advantage, as she's currently
I'm so intimidating right now. No, that's
Tied
cool,
up.
isn't it? Let's see. Yeah, with advantage!
Okay, so we'll see.
Who are Who are you?
Who are you? I mean, why are you
Okay.
following us? Why are you watching us?
Okay,
Yeah.
as you start asking her, you watch as this woman starts to have a complete panic attack,
Oh no, don't do that!
and in does anyone here speak Draconic?
Definitely does.
In
I do.
Draconic, you said, no, keep it away from me! Keep it away from me! No one's attacking me!
Draconic, you said?
Draconic, yes.
Okay.
Do not speak Draconic.
Well, I can't. It's not really my turn, so I can't do anything.
Yeah.
But
So, Solana, as you can hear just this strange, guttural, almost barking, grating
Yeah.
sounds coming out of this woman's throat. Go ahead and make a perception check, though, while we're finishing up your turn.
Yeah, I'm rolling so high!
This
think I've
sound that
failed
came out of
3
this
times.
light,
Yeah.
this sound coming out of this woman's throat has just completely thrown you for a loop. It's
It's not an animal. Or a plant.
might be both. It's a planimal. Dwala, that brings us back to you.
Alright, I'm gonna make a quick roll here. Determine something for myself.
Okay.
If I can find it. So, I did in fact state when I gave Devaney that clasp that it was formed in the shape of a panther. So,
Do it.
as Devaney comes running up, still with this like glazed over kind of sleepwalking expression, he turns and his eyes lock on the did you put it on?
yeah, she's wearing it.
Lock onto this panther, and he goes and then attempts to tackle Devaney.
Wow. Did not see that coming. Didn't. Huh.
I could have said nothing, but I didn't
It's
because it wouldn't have been
Appreciate
honest.
that makes it so much more fun.
even with the plus 10, that's
Okay.
only a 13. That could have been worse.
Devaney, you can either use athletics to try to power through it, or acrobatics if you want to try to dodge out of the way.
Oh, athletics are so much better.
Ooh.
But not when you roll a 1.
I'm doing my best to
As-
restrain Devaney currently.
As you're starting to finish tying everything up, and all of a sudden you turn your head and you hear, "Ugh," and this massive wall of barbarian just tackles you to the ground.
This can't be good.
You are now prone and restrained by Dwala.
Oh,
who
jeez.
Solana is. You recognize he has her in very much the same sort of arms and leg wrapped around her, preventing her from moving. That he just had the young woman on the ground in.
I'm just so confused. There's this woman on the ground barking like in a different language, and Tuella is tackling Devaney, and I'm like, just what's going on?
And that will bring us to Devaney, who is now on the ground and grappled by Tuala.
Yeah.
Well, first thing I'm going to do is shout out first at Solana and say, the lady's afraid of you because you attacked her. And then I'm going to shout to the lady in Draconic, it's okay, we really don't want to hurt you. And then I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I would like to cast Gust of Wind like right in front of me to push Tuala off of me. Maybe at an angle so he doesn't come back and land down on top of me. But I would like to try.
Okay, so what is Gust? Do you have Gust of
I think so.
Spellbook?
Oh goodness gracious, this is ridiculous.
No,
I think
it's. I don't think it was a spell, but
Okay, let me just check and
60
see.
feet long, 10 feet wide, blasts from you in a direction you choose. Each creature that starts its turn in line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away.
Oh, but he's so
Okay.
strong.
So,
Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot of movement when getting closer.
okay,
And
what
it
is
also
your
disperses gas or vapor.
So what's your spell save DC?
14.
Okay, Tuala, need you go ahead and make a strength saving throw as Devaney is pulling out a little seed from her pocket and trying to blow you away from her.
Alright, with my plus 11 strength modifier. Roll low.
There
I
have been
failed.
a lot of ones.
Right? Yeah!
What was your
Yeah,
DC?
mine's 14.
Okay. So,
I've been so happy to roll like garbage.
so Tuala, you are tossed 15 feet through the air
Alright.
away from Devaney, as you do take fall damage getting tossed that far of 4 points of damage, as the panther has now sent you flying across the room, well, the area. And that will bring us back to this woman.
I would like to stand up if possible.
Oh yeah, dude.
Also.
Easy
Okay.
enough to use your movement to stand up. And let's see here. What does she have handy? Okay, so we have Solana's right near her still. You're right near.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she's still not feeling that. She's still quite upset with Solana.
Yes.
And Devaney, you just keep hearing again, over and over, "Stay away, stay away, stay away." And once more, even as she is tied, you watch as the palm of the hand turns up towards Solana, and another puff of this purplish green mist flies towards Solana. And Solana, I need you to make another Constitution save.
Okay. Oh, but I've got plus.
No, this
something.
one, yeah,
Okay.
you're you again. So now
Oh
you
my
have a
god!
bonus
This
again.
is the fourth straight fail I rolled.
Another thing, if I stood up and my gust of wind is still going, I'm not sure where I would be situated, but there is a possibility that the wind would disperse the gas before it got to Solana. But I'm not sure how everybody's laid out on the field, so
Yeah, I don't really think we thought about that, but it actually doesn't matter because that does not take your plus 10 into account.
Okay.
So your plus 10 is a 14, which is enough.
Okay.
So as you feel the you see the mist coming towards you, and you just sort of back a little bit away as it's not quite in the right line of sight as Tuala has been tossed from by Devaney and the wind blowing. That ends her turn. That brings us back to you, Solana.
Okay. So I'm going to ask Devaney if I should restrain Tuala now? Because I'm so confused about what's going on. Even though my intelligence is so high. Let's see, what can I do? I will... I don't know what to do. Can I hold my, action if Tuala attacks anyone?
Okay, what are you holding?
I'm gonna hold...
Hold person?
Yes, that's a good one. Hold person.
Okay. So, okay, Tuala, I'm gonna pass this to you because now I can't remember exactly how I worded that. Did she tell you to restrain the panther so she could get away?
As I recall it, it was just, you should let go of me, and you should restrain the panther.
Yeah, so technically, you had completed that, so I'd say yeah.
Okay.
That would mean your mental facilities are returning to you.
Okay.
So he'll, am I getting, like, buffeted by wind currently?
Yeah,
Yes.
there's still a strong blast of wind that is blowing over your body where you're laying.
Okay. So I'll stand up into it, and say, "Apologies, Guardian. Our captive used spellcraft on my mind. I feel in control of myself again. And I'm against the wind as much as I can. I'm going to try and position myself within, like, interrogation range. I'm not really moving towards anybody or menacing anybody in any way. Just sort of getting back close enough to the, like standing sort of, a couple feet behind Solana.
Yeah, so you can easily, you only knocked about 15 feet away, and it only, basically it means you're moving at half speed. So you can easily make up that difference and still have a little bit of movement to spare.
Okay.
Why are you behind me?
You're standing over the tied up lady, right?
Yeah, you go in front of me, though.
That's all I'm doing with my turns. If we're still in initiative, then...
Well, it all depends on what you guys do. It's back to Devaney and Quen.
Well, Devaney is going to, seeing Tuala sort of come to himself, she's going to drop concentration on her wind, and go over to the lady and, Solana, you're scaring her. Could you maybe, move back or move her? She couldn't see you. Maybe she'll
Okay.
feel better.
Okay, I'll smile a lot, too.
Well, if you're behind her, she can't see you smile.
Okay,
but
I'll go in
that's
front of
good.
her.
That's good, Solana.
And, like, 10 feet away, because she'll make blow. She tried to poison me.
Solana, please just,
Okay,
make her feel better. And maybe move over there,
okay, I'll move it. I'll smile.
and then I'll crouch down and, I guess, start to ask questions. I'm not sure.
Okay. So,
I don't want to take up much of my turn, if it's not.
No, so, and anything Quen would be doing, or is...
Quinn's probably encouraging Devaney, like, you ask her some really tough questions. Why is she here? Why is she following us? Where did those other people go?
So with that, we will pop out of initiative as she is pretty well restrained at this point. And now that the scary, evil, bitey, clawy panther person is not in the immediate line of sight, she's doesn't look quite as panicked as she was. Still not looking like she's comfortable or anything, but is at least a little less panicked than your eyes, Devaney. And being that you are close now, go ahead, Devaney, Tuala, and Solana as well, as you're a little way still get a look at her. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, all of you.
I'm failing everything. Don't fail. Yay!
Oh, okay. So as you're looking at this woman, again, you can see she has the same upside down blue triangle on the forehead. As you're looking at her, though, Solana, what you notice is patches on the shoulders and down the arm of this woman remind you of someone you ran into in Port Nyanzaru a little bit. It almost looks like scale. For Devaney and Tuala, you know the same, but you're a little closer than Solana is as you asked her to back away. You both notice that while this woman is looking around, she has a very strange structure around her eyes, and her eyes are very arresting. They're a bright, vibrant green yellow with vertical slit pupils.
Do I... I can post this, right? To prove I'm not full of crap. Do I recognize her as a Yuan-Ti?
I was just gonna say, does this look like the snake lady that we met before?
Well, the scales on the arms do remind you somewhat of Zandala.
Do they look like the Naga, though, that were desecrating the corpse? I don't know what a Yuan-Ti looks like, actually.
No, you don't, and all you guys were told was that it had legs and multiple arms, and it slithered, and you don't 100% know what you were looking at, but yes, Tuala, you do recognize this.
So I'm on my
I was
guard.
thinking of, when we were talking to Saja Nabaza, she was talking about Yuan-Ti. And all of that, so...
I'll be honest, that was a long time ago. DM forgot. So yes, if Saja Nabaza mentioned it, then yes, you would remember that.
Okay.
Even if the DM doesn't.
Okay.
It was a long time ago.
I don't have anything, so... Would I mistake it for the Naga, though?
Would you mistake it for an...
Like, would I be on my guard and be like, hey guys, this thing attacked and made a corpse monster.
I'll say go ahead and make an intelligence check.
With +10. Because I'm so smart still. Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's a 23.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure you would not be mistaking it for this at this point.
Okay.
You're not 100% sure what you're looking at,
Hmm.
but it's not the same thing that initial knee-jerk, no.
Okay. So why are they watching us, Devaney?
Well,
Oh,
I
got
will
like a
start.
sour look on his face as they come to the realization. He looks...
Oh, I'm smiling. Why are they watching us, Devaney?
Solana, that's really not entirely necessary as she can't see you, but
Oh,
good
okay.
job.
Yeah, I'm gonna druid craft like a crappy flower and just like fling it at her.
So, Solana, not Solana, Devaney will start talking to her in Draconic, as apparently she can speak, and will say, well, we noticed you and your companions watching us. We were wondering why you were doing that.
She looks at you very begrudgingly. And again, you sort of still twisting and trying to pull through the ropes as much as she can. And in Draconic, you get back and sent to watch. Concerns. Invaders.
Were you part of the group that was watching us before? And Devaney obviously doesn't know it was them, but she's sort of fishing.
Watching before where? When?
A couple days ago, we saw another group that retreated just like your group did. It was darker out, though.
We are many. Perhaps others watched. Not us. We heard of the Death Wulu Thalong. Heard you were coming. Sent to investigate.
By whom? Oh, I don't know
What is
this
it?
language.
That's my next question, actually. Well, who were you sent by?
Go ahead and make either a persuasion or intimidation check, whichever you prefer.
Well, they're the same, so I'm going to make a persuasion.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, I'm rolling good on those areas.
You can see the eyes sort of looking back and forth. And she goes, Raz sent us.
I would much like to meet him. I've heard several things about him. Do you know where he is?
The minute you say you would like to meet him, this woman breaks into a grin and starts cackling.
Why is she laughing, Devaney? Is she laughing
No, you
at us?
don't.
Oh.
And Devaney sort of shrugs.
She-
Well,
she's
maybe I
like this-
told a lie.
Okay.
And all of a sudden in common she says, "You are fools to think so."
Supposed to think what? Did we?
This one wants to meet Raz.
Oh.
Death Wish.
No, that was, Bronson.
We were hired to kill him, but I'm not going to say that, but side note, we were hired to kill Roz by...
Were we?
Yeah, Saja asked us to take care of him.
Why are my notes so useless?
This was way back.
Okay.
This
I
was
had
back
to
in
look it up,
Orlunga.
honestly.
Okay. My notes
Yeah.
are like, Davy Jones gets 4 sticks. I plant another bean.
That's not useless. That led to all to you.
Yeah, that's true. Salmon avocado roll.
As the Yuan-Ti is like laughing at Devaney, Tuala's gonna like clack the haft of the glaive on the ground, and say, "Take care what tone you take with my companions, snake."
Wow, now that's not nice.
And with that, the
Oh.
head sort of cranes to look back up at you, Tuala, and you go,
Oh wait, I should make an intimidation. Hang on.
Wait. Raz Hasai lives beneath the jungle, south of the peaks of flame to the east. Ha 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 ha! Found it!
I think that's where our first orange X came from.
Oh, okay. Oh, great. So there's the City of the Dead, and then there's Ross there too. So it's like a double fun thing.
As she looks up at you for a moment, and in a language it appears only you besides her understand, she looks up and... "Know of us you do."
In fairly poor Yonti, he'll kind of respond back. Know that you are treacherous creatures.
Those are fighting words.
It just sort of looks a little taken back by you, not fully sure what to make of this strange barbarian that knows what she is and speaks the tongue. And then her eyes go back to Devonay next to her. And once more in common. "Release me, and I will tell you where Raz is."
Oh, wait. There's rules for this. Insight check.
Okay.
Plus 10.
I know, right? No, it's a wisdom.
Oh man.
Okay.
I assume she's lying.
She's very hard to read, but yeah, I don't think you'd really trust her.
I guess I
do
can't.
not.
Can I insight
And
too, or is
Devonay-
it too late?
You can certainly try.
Haha!
Whoa.
You get the idea that while not being directly dishonest with you, that there's bits she's not telling.
I think she's holding back with something. I think we should make her tell us something first, and then we'll release her.
We're currently looking for, just so that I'm straight here, we're currently looking for Omu, right? The lost
Yeah.
city of Omu? Because
Yeah,
we think that is leading us towards where whatever the curse is based, right?
Yes.
That's our, like,
Yeah.
overarching thing? Okay.
Yep.
And we have already a pretty good idea where Omu is.
You know it's roughly to the west of the Peaks of Flame before you get to the Valley of Lost Honor. So
Okay.
you've got basically about a 40 or 50 mile range of where you know it may be.
And when we were visiting this snake person way back when, she told us that Raz Nisi lives in Omu. He didn't give us any more detail than that,
Raz
really.
lives in Omu.
Tuala
Yeah.
doesn't know any of that because he wasn't there.
Right, but I am asking this snake lady anyway.
Oh, so we have to beat like 2 bosses, like go to Omu, beat everything there, beat Raz, and then like go kill the Death Curse too. That sounds really stressful.
So, Devonay is...
That's it. Let's just go back to Port Nyanza, you guys. We're
Yeah.
done. It was
Too much stress.
just happened to be stressful, so we're done.
The druid can't hang.
I'm a plant druid. I like the nature. And...
So Devonay looks down at this person and, well, you're not really in a position to bargain, are you?
Is this in common?
This is in Draconic, actually.
Oh. Guys in your secret languages.
Okay. Okay. So as she keeps jerking and rolling, trying to still trying to fight her way through this. In Draconic, she looking up at you, Devne, she says, I don't quite know about that. If you were to untie me, I'm sure that we could find some sort of a mutual arrangement. I suggest you release me and we take it on faith you'll get what you're looking for.
Not a chance.
And I need you
Solana,
to
you
go
come
ahead and
closer
make...
again?
I need you to make a wisdom save first.
Do I have advantage on this because I'm an elf?
Fey ancestry.
let's see here.
Fey ancestry.
Yeah, 'cause it's that gives you advantage on charm saves. So
I'm not sure if this would tack as apply as a charm. That's why I'm asking.
It would be considered a charm effect. So yeah, you would have advantage on it.
Nice.
All right, wisdom save. Because I am terrible at wisdom.
Advantage, though. But yes.
And you are lucky. That is enough. She says it, and you feel this sort of force of personality tried to bend you to her will, but you managed to just sort of push through it and shake it off.
And I'm going to motion to Solana, hey, come close, come back over here.
Okay. Yes?
It's just sort of slightly just pulled
And
back.
then look over at Tuala, like, well, what do you want to do?
I want to know what she knows. And
We
she's not
should.
telling us anything.
We should ask it if it knows anything. Aid us in our quest to Omu and beyond. Other than that, I see no use to keep her around. And trust that anything that comes from this one's mouth is likely a lie.
I've got, like, charm animals. Why can't I charm people?
Well, I don't see the point in asking information about Omu and Rosnisi if it's not going to tell us anything helpful.
Well, tell her that... Okay, I'll address her. Because she speaks common, apparently. Be like, tell us what you need to know, or else we're gonna leave you to rot here in the jungle. Which isn't very nice, I'm sorry. I'm usually not like this. Kira, you want a crappy flower?
She looks up at you with a slightly sideways gaze. She says, you know what you need to know. Raz is in the city.
Why is he looking for us again? Do we know this, Stephanie? Why is he looking for us?
She did say that they were looking because the alive jungle had been killed,
Yeah.
and they were curious about it. But
Oh. Well, curiosity is okay. It killed the cat. It'll just kill you.
that's what she told us. But
Oh. Oh yeah, she was lying. I incited her. Yeah, she was holding something back.
You are seeking the city. Why would we not seek information on the invaders?
Oh, we're invading your city? That's not nice of us. Are you the cause of the death curse? Do we know any of this?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. I'm asking anyone.
We really don't know.
Okay, I will. Where did our bard go?
If the source of the death curse is emanating from Omu, it is not unlikely that these foul creatures are involved somehow.
Great. Hold on, would minor? Give me 1 second. Okay. I can do this. Detect thoughts. Okay. How does detect thoughts work?
Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Okay.
Take a look. I don't mess around with people's brains. That's, the realm of an evil bard.
Well, she's detecting thoughts. I'm gonna perception there
No, I can't do that, but my pixies can.
to see if any of her buddies have doubled back and are lurking in trees.
Alrighty then, let's take a look here. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna conjure
Kill
like.
that.
How can I do
You-
this? This is great.
Okay, you do not see any in the area at the moment.
Okay.
Devaney's hand is resting on one of her swords.
So I'm gonna conjure 4 pixies.
Okay.
Or 8 pixies. Wait, I can conjure 8 pixies? Oh my goodness.
Technically, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna conjure 8
All
pixies.
of the pixies.
And I'm gonna have one of them do detect thoughts. On this lady.
Okay.
Is this a good idea or is
Let's
this a
see
bad
here.
idea? I probably should have consulted my party on this.
Too late now.
Yeah, I know. I'm so bad at this. I'm so impulsive.
Okay. So, and as Tuala is looking around, yeah, you don't notice anything at the moment. And Devaney, you said you were keeping your hand on your sword?
Yep.
Okay. And you have conjured a whole bunch of pixies.
Yes. Devaney, do you want to be more intimidating and turn into a giant ape?
No, thank you, Solana.
Okay, not yet.
So as
We can make that happen though.
let's see.
Yes, you can, but no, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so as this pixie is trying to read the thoughts of this young woman, let's see here. Wait, what's the pixie's DC? They have to
12.
make a. Okay, let's see here.
It's not
Okay,
very
so
high.
you can read what's most on. Okay, so immediately, what this pixie picks up on
Uh-huh.
is all that this one to think about is getting away from the group of you.
Okay, she really wants to get away from us. She doesn't like us so much. Smile more, guys. Smile. You're not smiling.
So,
I don't think that's going to help, Solana.
You don't need a smile.
uh, as you're all looking around, and again, this one is looking around at all these little buzzing pixies flying around the this ruin, looking out. Devaney and Tuala, what would you guys be doing?
Well, I was
Anything?
searching the tree line.
Yeah. Anything else you'd be doing, Devaney?
Devaney's just watching her while the pixies buzz around, making sure she doesn't
Okay.
roll around too much. Um, and yeah, basically ready if she does manage to break free to either stab her or grapple her, or tackle her, or something.
Okay. So let me check something real quick here.
Wow, pixies can entangle and phantasmal force and polymorph and sleep.
Okay.
Should I just have her detect evil and good first? I think she's evil though. Probably evil.
That is a very...
Read the description. Read the description of the spell first.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Yes, let's see here. Checking.
Oh. That's not
Okay.
very helpful. Thank you.
Through Faye, I'm just looking. Okay. So, and Solana, what languages do you speak?
Oh, not very many. I speak Common, Elvish, Druidic, and Undercommon.
Oh, okay. So, we're gonna run under a assumption here. So, as you're all looking around, and Devaney, as your hand is on your sword, as you're, let's see here.
I messed something up, didn't I? Yeah.
Huh?
Probably.
No, not necessarily. It's just it's a wording of something in the book. So,
Okay.
let me just check this real quick. Okay. So, Devaney, you notice that one of her hands is shoved inside her pocket as she looks up at the gaggle of pixies that are buzzing all around and says, "You there. It is time for you to aid me. Change me to something that will enable me to leave right now. And I need your pixie to make a wisdom saving throw."
Oh my god.
As do I understand her saying this?
Yeah, she's saying it in common.
I would like to tackle her.
Oh.
It's probably not the best if she's going to change into something, but that's what I would like to do.
You're gonna try to grapple her or tackle her?
Yeah,
Are we-
grapple, but on the ground.
Are we taking reactions? Is that what's happening?
Basically, yeah.
Can I use my reaction to? Oh, I don't know if I can do that. I was gonna say, can I use my reaction to slice the pixie in half that she's talking to?
You can certainly try. I'll say go ahead and make a perception check, only because you were looking into the tree lines
Sure.
to look for others.
Oh.
Okay, so you do see which one it is.
Space and
So-
time.
Solana, I just need you to make that
Oh, right.
wisdom save for me.
Yeah, 4. Great.
Yeah, so okay, do me a favor. Roll a d20 plus 5 for me. Tuala, roll your initiative. We're gonna see which one of you goes first, whether it's you or the pixie. Oh, something tells me this is not. Yeah. So as the pixie immediately starts muttering under its breath to cast its incantation, as all of a sudden the glaive comes carving through. Actually,
Actually, I have to
go ahead
hit
and roll
it, right?
Yeah, go ahead and roll the attack. I don't think you can miss.
Here comes the one.
No, go ahead.
Easily will hit, so you don't even need to roll
Wow.
damage. These things only have 1 hit point.
Yeah, but
so
the
as,
AC's 15, to be fair.
But he rolled a 20, so
Yeah.
as this pixie's eyes glaze over and you can, Solana, you immediately recognize the verbiage of this spell as it starts to cast polymorph.
Right.
As Tuala whips the glaive across, and you watch as the two halves of this pixie gets separated, and before the body can even come apart, it just poofs into smoke
Okay.
and fades
And
back into the
Devaney
fey.
is diving on top of this place.
So go ahead and make a, we'll call it a athletics check with advantage as she's already restrained.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Okay, so we're going to have her make the same thing with disadvantage as she's restrained currently. So you managed to get the restrained person held down.
Okay.
And as 7 remaining pixies are fluttering around in the air, and Devaney has your restrained prisoner currently held down, we will call an end to tonight's session as you guys are left with 1 captured Yanti female, currently a little beaten up, now getting pounced on by Devaney, after being pounced on by Tuala, after being pounced on by a panther.
I mean, I've been pounced on too, so.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Tuala's pouncing on everybody. Wonder when it'll be Solana starting to get pounced on.
You get a plus 11 to your strength checks. You tackle some people during that session. I
Yeah,
want to
that's
tell you.
true.
Oh, and you guys will still have that going on. You have 1 day left of it.
Yeah.
This is literally only the first day that you've had this benefit.
Yeah.
So technically, the first day will end right before you go to camp, but you'll have it all day tomorrow too. So as we come to an end for this week's session with you guys, currently attempting to get information out of this Yanti about the city of Omu and the mysterious Raz Nasai, who resides there, and trying not to stress out your druid too much with the thoughts of everything you have coming, as this strange creature is almost taunting you with the information of this individual. I'm going to say thank you to everyone who's hung out with us in chat this evening. Digitio, I know you had to bounce out early. Mr. Renegado and all the others who've been with us this evening. Don't forget to check out our new stream on Wednesday nights for Hell or High Water Deep, as our new group led by DM JJ is exploring the heist, as well as I believe they're going right into the Mad Mage's dungeon afterwards.
Ooh.
As well as Mystic Hour on Thursday nights and Storm King's Thunder on Fridays. And we also have our friends over at Insight Check every Saturday night at 9:30 for all your homebrew D&D needs. With that being said, when you are celebrating a strain... Oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot to say this at the beginning and nearly at the end. Don't forget, if you are interested in becoming a part of our community, check us out on Twitter, as we are currently accepting applications to join our new stream starting up in November for The Curse of Strahd, featuring DM Sarah. Or you can see, right over, I think it's over there.
Other way.
No, technically, yeah, it's over this way if you're on Twitch. Skip over the Devaney, and it's all the way to the end. And she will be running a new cast of individuals through the land of Barovia, and doing her best creepy vampire accents.
I've been working. I want to suck your blood.
I want to siphon your gas. So with that being said, as we take off for this evening, when a strange Genasi barbarian is thrusting a goblet full of something that looks like molten lava, and you say, what the hell? And decide to chug. And you have to make a constitution save to keep from burning your mouth off. Don't forget to add your proficiency bonus, folks. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Have a good night.
Bye.